Now, the first thing I did was went through everybody's profile, and there's a couple things that y'all are missing in your profiles that y'all need to fix, that could potentially be hurting your business. Okay, so I always stress about the profile fix because it is literally the first thing that people see when they come onto your page. It is like your resume, it is your face, it is your storefront. So it needs to be bulletproof. Okay, because if it's not, you are going to be losing customers, and sometimes it's the customers that's going to pay the most. Okay, so who you are, what you do, right, where you're located, and how a person can book with you. Now, some of y'all already have some of that information in there, but it's also like you're missing a couple key things with the information that you're putting in there. So, like I said, it needs to clearly state what you do, and it also needs to match what your content looks like. Okay? Because if you're a realism tattoo artist and you put that in your bio, but your work is traditional, tribal, watercolor, all types of different styles, it's gonna be confusing for the artist. I mean, for the client. And if a person can't tell exactly what you do, that's going to be an automatic red flag. Okay, so we got to start matching up what our bio says and what we're actually feeding the people. Now, another thing you need to make sure you have, because some of y'all don't have at all, is highlights. Highlights is probably one of the most effective things because that's literally where people go to literally secure the booking. Like, okay, now I have the trust, now I have the information. If you don't know what to put in your highlights, post things like your booking information, your policies, pricing, that's optional, you don't have to do that. The style that you actually want to do more of, healed work, aftercare, client testimonials. Like all those things, they literally show trust. So a person doesn't have to guess, because sometimes your bio doesn't give a person everything that they need, because there's only so much characters you can put in your bio, right? So your highlights basically do a lot of the heavy lifting. That's why it's very, very important for you to have highlights. So keep your highlights to like 10 posts. Don't have like 40 different posts in your highlights. Sometimes people don't want to go through all that stuff. People like fast, quick, easy, and shit that makes sense. Okay. Now, if your bio, it looks clean, it makes sense, and it's like trustworthy, you're not going to have a problem with people booking your services. Your bio is supposed to do the heavy lifting. So we got to make sure our bio is taken care of first and foremost. That is the first thing that people see. Okay. And also, guys, I like to put myself in my client's shoes. If I'm somebody looking for a specific artist in a specific place, that's what I'm going to type in the search bar. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach a video that shows you what I mean when I say when people are searching for a specific artist, right? That's what they're looking for. And if your page don't show that, they can't find you. Okay. Now, another thing that I'm going to leave you with is if your profile doesn't look professional, you're not going to make the biggest bucks. Not saying that you're not going to make any money at all, because I'm pretty sure you guys are making money, but you're probably not making the amount of money you want in the amount of time you want to make it. Okay. And that's what I want to help y'all get to. Okay. I do not want y'all working 25 days a month. You do not need to work 25 days a month to make 5 figures. Okay. You can actually do it in a third of the month. So that's what I'm going to help y'all do. And yeah, you want to make sure your profile looks very attractive and it makes sense. And in order to make more money, do you want to be the cheapest or do you want to be the best? Because if I have chest pains and I need to go see a doctor, I'm not going to type in cheap doctors in Florida. Fuck no. I want to go to the best. So their profile, when I go on their profile, that shit's going to look like the best. So you got to put yourself in those shoes too. Like, do I look like I'm trustworthy? Do I look like I actually am worth a lot of money? Do I look like I make sense, and do I look like I know what I'm doing? Okay, so your bio is very important. I will stress that to the end of the world. All right, so that's the first thing I want you guys to fix. After that, we're gonna get into some more stuff.